Meghan Markle disconnected from reality is new fad in the middle of a pandemic. Everyone is trying to fight on their own scale against the ravages of the coronavirus epidemic. Meghan Markle has decided at her level to unclog the animal shelters, which are increasingly crowded because of the pandemic. In particular, she wants to adopt a new four-legged friend. Clearly, the corona crisis will have affected everyone, anonymous as celebrities, and especially will not have spared the British royal family. Indeed, this March 25th, Clarence House announced the contamination of Prince Charles at COVID-19. If the son of Elizabeth II represents only mild symptoms, the news didn't fail to worry the members of his entourage, including his two sons, William and Harry. His youngest son, confined with his family to his home on Vancouver Island, said he was ready to visit his sick father, intention very quickly restrained by his wife Meghan Markle, who would have prohibited her husband from traveling, y compris poi vorle. Prince Charles. Indeed, the 38-year-old former actress is trying at all costs to avoid the slightest contamination. This is why it requires its employees to wear latex gloves. The situation causes a lot of frustration within the couple, who wants to help at all costs. If they decided to regularly publish prevention message to fight against coronavirus, the two spouses wanted to go further, in particular Meghan Markle. According to the Daily Mail, the Duchess of Sussex has undertaken to adopt a dog. Meghan said they were originally interested in a 3-month-old baby called Panda, but now they're looking at an older black lab by the name of Cole, very comfortable with young children and other dogs, a source told the British media. Objective of the approach to unclog animal shelters, unfortunately more and more crowded since the beginning of the pandemic. For Archie's mom, the whole point is that the newcomer adapts to his new environment, especially with a young child not yet 1 year old. The dog will also have to get along with his other cronies. The Duchess has already collected 2 other four-legged companions, a beagle named Guy and a crossbreed dog, Labrador and German Shepherd, responding to the sweet name of Burger. In addition, Meghan and Harry have added to their small family another Labrador, Oz, adopted at the end of 2018. Now the Duchess urges her friends to do the same as her. Some will appreciate or not the approach, while the pandemic continues to wreak havoc on humans around the world. Meghan Markle on the alert where her son Archie, soon to be 1 year old, sometimes scare her. Confined to Canada with Prince Harry and their son Archie, Meghan Markle admits to having a few cold sweats. According to her colleagues at Daily Mail, the little guy would try new experiences, a bit risky. A little boy ready to take on any challenge after causing a sensation during the last royal engagements in London. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry found their son Archie remained in Canada. There the small family remains confined. Health crisis obliges. Worried especially for her son, the Duchess of Sussex asked all her home staff to follow hygienic measures and especially to wear latex gloves. Meghan Markle has even banned her husband Prince Harry from visiting her father Prince Charles, who tested positive for coronavirus, surely too afraid of the idea that her husband contracts the virus and transmits it to their little boy. Meghan Markle also faces another fear as a mother, that of seeing her son try new experiences with the risk of injury. A close friend of the couple made some confidences on the personality of the young Archie, who will celebrate his 1 year next May 6 to her colleagues of the Daily Mail, and apparently the little boy is in full recovery, a ball of energy which babbles constantly. The letter reveals that little Archie has now learned to get up in his cradle, which is cute but can be a little scary. According to Meghan Markle, in full awakening, the little boy also learns how to send kisses, which undoubtedly makes the young mother melt. Meghan Markle and Harry confined to Hollywood. They left Canada for Los Angeles, leave one day without return. It is a departure already nicknamed the Exit 2 by members of the royal family, who, according to The Sun, would be amazed and horrified. Meghan Markle, Harry and Archie left Vancouver, Canada for Los Angeles, and they may never come back. For some Canadians who had signed several petitions to prevent local public money from being spent on their security, this is very good news. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle should not return to Canada after the coronavirus epidemic. With their 10-month-old son Archie, they're isolated in their new home in Hollywood, and it could well last Harry and Meghan have left Canada for good. The borders closed and the flights stopped. They had to go, said a source at Royal Sun Wednesday, 25th March, the day when Disney announced the release of a charity film about elephants, whose voiceover is provided by the former actress of the series Suits. The mother wants to relaunch her career. What could be better than being in Los Angeles to be sure not to miss any opportunity? This move has been planned for a while. They've realized that living in Canada would not work for a variety of reasons, and they want to be based in Los Angeles area. They have a large network there, said the source, who indicated that their new team of agents and public representatives was there. Besides the professional aspect, Meghan Markle also has many friends to find in LA, but especially her mother, Doria Ragland, a decision qualified as Megxit too. According to The Sun, by members of the royal family, the Daily Mail had its part announced that Meghan Markle had prohibited her husband from returning to the UK to go to visit his father. Prince Charles tested positive for COVID-19. The American girl returned home with one of the most beautiful crowns. But what does Meghan Markle play? This announcement that comes at the worst time. Bad timing for Meghan Markle while Prince Charles has been infected with the coronavirus. Disney Nature has just revealed that the fruits of this collaboration with the Duchess of Sussex, the documentary for which the former actress has lent her voice, will be broadcast only 3 days after the Megxit. The Duchess, who spoke to the elephant's ears, this could be the name of Meghan Markle's next project. Disney Nature, the subsidiary of the Walt Disney Pictures Studio, has just unveiled this March 26 the fruits of its collaboration with the wife of Prince Harry. The 30-year-old former actress has indeed lent her voice to a documentary dubbed Elephants, broadcast on April 3rd on the Disney Plus streaming platform. The film depicts a family of pachyderms on their journey across the African continent, a project whose benefits will go to the organization Elephants Without Borders, which fights for the preservation of wild nature for the Duchess of Sussex. The timing couldn't be worse. This revelation comes the day after the announcement of Prince Charles's contamination with the coronavirus, while Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are to officially leave the monarchy on March 31. The British royal family seems to need them more than ever in the midst of a pandemic. Queen Elizabeth II had to retire to Windsor Castle with her husband Prince Philip to comply with the confinement instructions, while Prince William found himself alone in command. Help from his younger brother would be welcome. Above all, this new project will be released only 3 days after the official date of Megxit. It must be said that the collaboration between Meghan Markle and the American giant Disney has been playing for a long time behind the scenes. Even before the announcement of his departure from the monarchy last July, the former actress and her husband attended the Lion King preview in London, a worldly event during which an embarrassing sequence for the couple was filmed. We discover Prince Harry in the process of touting the merits of his wife to Robert Iger, the president of Walt Disney Company, and Jon Favreau, the director of the film, a video that the Queen didn't like at that time. Meghan Markle and Harry, the relations with the royal family finally appeased. These are surprising secrets. While the famous Megxit is set to be formalized on March 31, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, confined to Canada, would finally experience peaceful relations with the royal family, which is organizing as it can with the striking COVID-19 pandemic. Great Britain calm in times of crisis, a positive side effect of coronavirus. The claims goes in contrast to recent revelations from the Daily Mail claiming that Meghan Markle would prevent Prince Harry from joining his father's bedside in Britain, but it is not entirely improbable in the light of previous publications ensuring that the Sussexes lived badly their Canadian exile and that they were worried about Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles in full pandemic. According to the site of the show American Entertainment Tonight, which is based on the words of a relative, and that the Daily Mail resumes this Thursday, March 25th, Harry and Meghan, refugees in Canada, would know peaceful relations with the royal family. Sure, there have been tensions, but the family is overcoming them, said the same source. True that positive news has been rumored in recent weeks. The Queen awaits the Sussex at Balmoral this summer. The Crown rebels remain attentive to what is happening in Great Britain. William extended a hand to his youngest on Mother's Day. The contraction of the COVID-19 by Prince Charles has also reshuffled the cards from his Scottish mansion in Birkhall, where he scrupulously respects his confinement. The direct heir to Elizabeth II spoke with his two sons on the phone. The Windsor's privileged link with the outside world. Not everything is a bed of roses, a field of roses, as the English say. However, forced to ensure the representation of the crown and to assert himself as a future head of state, William maintained some grievances against the Sussexes. He didn't appreciate that the tensions were not managed more discreetly, says the source for Entertainment Tonight. Same bitterness at Kate Middleton, who would have taken Harry aside before leaving for Canada. While the Brexit is to be formalised on March 31, the British people were less disposed towards Sussex. A recent poll published by the Express shows that they are no longer expected in Britain. Their publications in full swing. Pandemic strongly react their detractors. The carelessness of Meghan in Vancouver doesn't escape the tabloids of the Perfide Albion. In parallel with this vindication, the fall of the royal predicates of Harry and Meghan already seem a reality for the associations that they preside. Family matter to follow.